Remy Ma's final words before Papoose marries Claressa. It's the kind of drama that shakes the entire hip-hop world. We're talking betrayal, heartbreak, and a twist so crazy it could never be scripted for a reality show. But hold on, let's take a step back. We're talking about Papoose, the same man who stood by Remy while she was in prison for 6 long years. The man who redefined the idea of loyalty and commitment. And now, out of nowhere, he's about to marry Claressa. Oh, but it gets messier. Before this shocking wedding, Remy Ma had some final words that changed everything. What did she say? Was it a last-ditch plea to stop the wedding, a confession, or something so explosive it could tear apart everything that's been built up until now? Buckle up, because this is a deep dive into the drama that no one saw coming. So, let's talk about the unthinkable betrayal that has us all questioning what we thought we knew. We all believed Papoose and Remy Ma were the hip-hop world's ultimate love story. They were the picture of loyalty and commitment. But now, here's Papoose, getting ready to marry Claressa, and it's like the foundation of their love has crumbled. What happened to the loyalty? What happened to the ride-or-die mentality they built together? But it's not just about the wedding, it's about the words that Remy Ma said before it happened. These words changed everything and made us rethink everything we knew about Papoose, Remy, and even Claressa. How did it come to this? How did the man who waited for Remy while she was in jail suddenly decide to move on and marry someone else? We've all seen the cracks in their relationship before. If we look closely, there were signs all along. Papoose, who used to be by Remy's side at all times, cheering her on, wasn't around as much. The energy between them started to feel awkward and tense. Just a few months ago, Papoose was spotted at an industry event in LA, something he usually avoids. But guess who he was seen getting cozy with? Claressa. And it wasn't just a friendly encounter. There was eye contact, long smiles, and whispering. It wasn't a moment you'd expect from someone who's still committed to their partner. And the biggest red flag? Remy wasn't there. But that's not even the worst part. The worst part is what happened next. Remy, the woman we all know as a strategist, didn't have a clue about this. She found out the same way we did through the blogs and social media. Can you imagine scrolling through Instagram and seeing your partner, the one who's been by your side through thick and thin, all hugged up with someone else? The betrayal, the disrespect, it's heartbreaking. Now, here's where things get even messier. Some insiders are saying that Remy might have known about Papoose and Claressa all along and was just playing the victim before the truth came out. You see, Remy isn't exactly perfect in all this. Rumor has it she stepped out on Papoose first. Word on the street is that she got too comfortable with a certain person in the industry. When Papoose found out, he didn't make a scene. Instead, he played it cool. He stayed quiet, waited, and then pulled his own revenge move. He started getting closer to Claressa. And now, let's talk about Claressa. Who is she, and how did she manage to pull Papoose away from Remy Ma? Trust me, y'all aren't ready for what comes next. Claressa has a history of getting what she wants, no matter the cost. You remember last year when she was working on some big business deal, claiming to be partnering with industry power players to expand her brand? Well, guess who was one of those industry power players? Papoose. And word is that Claressa used this professional relationship as a way to slide into his life. At first, it was all about business meetings, networking events, exchanging ideas. But soon, the late-night texts started. The "I need advice" messages. The flattery. Slowly but surely, she started reeling him in. And what's wild is that she wasn't even hiding it. She posted cryptic messages and made sure people knew she was getting involved with a man who wasn't happy in his relationship. Meanwhile, Remy started to feel like something was off. Women have this sixth sense, right? And Remy, being as sharp as she is, knew something wasn't adding up. She started noticing Papoose's behavior changing. He wasn't there for her like he used to be. He was suddenly too busy. And then, boom, she did what any woman would do when she's got resources and doubts. She hired a private investigator. The investigator uncovered some shocking details. Papoose had been meeting up with Claressa in secret. There were text messages, hotel bookings, private dinner reservations, everything you can think of. Papoose had been living a secret life. When Remy saw the evidence, she confronted him. And how did Papoose react? He stayed calm. He didn't deny it. He just looked at her and said something that sent chills down her spine. Now you know how it feels. That was the moment it all clicked for Remy. This wasn't just a random betrayal. This was revenge. You see, Remy wasn't exactly innocent either. She had her own secrets. And when Papoose hit her with that line, she didn't break down. Instead, she sat there, staring at him, breathing heavily. Then she laughed, not a regular laugh, but a laugh that said, "Oh, you really think you did something?" When she finally spoke, she leaned in close, looked him dead in the eyes, and said, "You think you're the only one who kept secrets?" Boom! Papoose's face changed. He thought he was going to get the last word. He thought he was going to win this. But Remy had been sitting on her own bombshell, and when she dropped it, it rocked his world. Remy hit him with, "You think you've outsmarted me with Claressa? Well, I've been keeping a secret that's going to destroy your little fairy tale before it even starts." Papoose's heart must have stopped. He thought he was the one in control, but Remy had him cornered. At first, Papoose didn't believe her. He tried to brush it off, telling her she was just mad that he was moving on. But Remy wasn't done. She pulled out receipts, text messages, screenshots, financial records, and even a recorded phone call. Remy had done her homework. She showed Papoose that Claressa had been playing him from the start. She had another man, someone who was funding her lifestyle while she set her sights on Papoose. When Papoose heard the phone call, he turned pale. All the confidence he had, all the revenge energy, disappeared. The truth was, he was the one being played. Remy knew this would happen, and she just sat there, watching his world fall apart. When Claressa realized Papoose had found out, she disappeared. She blocked his number, deleted photos, and moved on like nothing had ever happened. And just like that, Papoose was left with nothing. No revenge. No relationship. Just regret. As for Remy, she walked away unaffected. She had already won. She knew this was coming, and while Papoose thought he was ahead, she had already outplayed him. So here's where we stand now. Do you think Papoose was justified in seeking revenge, or did he take things too far? Was Remy right to keep her own secrets, or was she just playing the victim? And most importantly, do you think this is really the end of Remy and Papoose, or is this just another chapter in their dramatic, never-ending love story? We all know how Hollywood and hip-hop go. Nothing ends quietly. So don't be surprised if something crazy pops up next. Trust me, I'll be here with all the details. Make sure to leave your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about all of this? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss an update on this wild drama.